Oh, no kidding. No kidding.
Everyone was red.
Okay.
I had plenty of time on my leg.
Don't you have a button in your car, you push it and all turns green?
Something wrong with this one. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. You're just fine. You're just fine. We haven't even started. I'm just fiddling around with technology like usual. This one is not really, it's just like going on and off like a crazy person. Please work. Please just work. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna talk right to it. Hey, Silver Sneakers. Hey, Silver Sneakers, go to, it's just off. Go to Amy Toft Yoga and you can watch the same thing there because this just isn't working. Amy Toft Yoga, you can watch. Because I just can't stand to watch it like go on and off every minute. Or, well, sometimes, see, I don't understand really how the internet works. So, I'm sure you guys probably do, but I don't know, like, are they too close together? Is one of them sucking the power from the other one? Who knows? Who knows? So anyway, hello. Welcome to Silver Sneakers. Welcome to Amy Toft Yoga, our chair class. So, hooray. Happy to see you guys. Let's just let our minds come into the room with our bodies. We can sit up tall in our chair. We could even close our eyes if we feel like that would feel good. And we could forget everything that happened on the way here. Don't have to think about the stoplights, nothing. Just giving ourselves this time. And while you guys are breathing, while you're deepening your breath, I'm just gonna fiddle around with this one more time. So we'll make our breath a little bit longer, a little bit slower than usual. And we'll just remember, everything we do here is optional. If anything doesn't feel good, we won't do it. Pain is not good. A little bit uncomfortable, that's just fine. Our theme today is really easy and kind of catchy. Sky above, earth below, peace within. Let's think about that as we take a few more breaths. And if you would like to stay in your chair and breathe just like this for the whole class, you are doing great yoga and you can do that. If you would like to flutter your eyes open, take a couple more deep breaths, that is great. So we'll begin with a cat and cow. Maybe you want to scoot up to the edge of your chair. We'll put our hands on our knees. And we'll just shine our heart forward as we tip our tailbone up a little bit. And then curl our belly button into our spine. For the cat part, you can hiss if you want to. We do that in kid class. Hiss. And then shine our heart forward. Cow. Can moo. Cat. You don't have to match me at all. Breathe and move with your own breath. Okay, while we're here, when you feel even, just take your time getting there. When you feel even, we'll do our range of motion, which I think is so important for us to do I try to do it every day. We'll start with our neck. So we'll just bring our chin to our chest, and then we'll look to the right, ear to the right, roll our head around, ear to the left. I already got some pops and cracks there. Look to the left and chin down. And let's just do that again. Look to the right, ear, roll it, taking your time, slowing down any place that needs that. Ear to the left, look to the left, and chin to the center. And now we'll reverse. So we'll turn our chin and look to the left, ear to the left, roll it, ear to the right, look to the right, chin down. Last time. Chin to the left, ear to the left, roll, ear to the right, look to the right, chin down. Sometimes that kind of feels good, sometimes it feels like, what's happening? And let's do our shoulders now. So we'll start with our right hand, palm facing our side. We'll just bring it straight up, then we'll flip the palm and try to bring it down straight back behind us, keeping our shoulders facing forward. And then we'll just lift it back up, flip, and back down. And again, we'll do it 3 times on this side. Flip, down, up, flip, down, and last time. Inhale as we go up, exhale as we go down. Inhale, flip, and exhale. Okay. And let's do the left hand, palm facing in, straight up, flip, down, up, flip, and down. Again. Inhale, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Last time. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale, and exhale. Good. Now, let's just wiggle our shoulders any way we want to. We can bring them forward at the same time, and then back. Or it might feel better to do one at a time. Kind of almost like a little swim, and then backwards. Okay, good. Next, let's stand up. We can do this one seated too. We'll just hold our arms straight out. And this is also about our shoulders, but kind of our shoulder blades. So we'll lift our shoulders up, press them back, let them go down and forward. Up, back, down, and forward. And we'll reverse now. Straight back, straight up, forward, and down. One more time. Back, up, forward, and down. Okay, so let's give our neck a little twist. I might have been kind of clenching and squeezing my neck there, so we want to try to keep everything else loose. And then stand up if you want to. You don't have to. We're just going to hinge at the waist and do that same range of motion that we just did, but maybe we'll have our hands on our hips. And it might feel good to do this seated, and you certainly can. If you're seated, you'll just be bending and looking like we are if we're standing. So we'll just look down at the floor, not hinging clear from our hips, but just from our waist. And this time, let's start to the left. So we'll just twist over, look down at the left, feeling that twist through our torso. Then we'll tip our elbow to the left, roll our back around, elbow to the right, look to the right, and back to center. Again, looking to the left, elbow to the left, a little bit of a roll, elbow to the right, look to the right, and look down. And let's reverse. Look right, elbow, roll it, elbow, and look. Last time, to the right, elbow down, roll it, elbow down, look, and forward. Okay, so let's just finish this up with our hip range of motion. This is also great hip stuff. We all need hip stuff, I believe. So just find, God, here, not even working. Just find a comfortable place to stand. I'm gonna put, does it not matter which side of your chair you're on. I'm gonna just lift up the leg away from the chair. So just pick that up. And then, if it feels okay, open the hip out. Point the knee down a little bit. And then behind us. Forward, open, knee down, and behind. And then we'll come back forward and we'll reverse it. Straight back, knee down, knee to the side, and forward. Back, knee down, knee to the side, forward, maybe balance a second, take a breath, and come on down. Okay, then, just for safety, we can switch sides so that we're standing on the leg close to our chair. And then we'll lift our other foot, open it out, point the knee down, behind us, forward using our core, opening, knee down, behind, and come back forward, and now we'll reverse. Straight back, knee down, knee to the side, forward. Straight back, knee down, knee to the side, forward. We'll take a little extra breath. Let's hula our hips a little bit because the standing leg feels that too, right? Okay, then we'll do our range of motion on our knee later. But for now, we're gonna do bird dog. Have we done it before? It's really fun. So bird dog is one foot is out and maybe our arm is out. Okay? So just stand, just find a comfortable spot from the chair and then hold on to it. If you're in a chair, you can lift your knee and stretch your other arm out. Then, if it feels okay, you can pick up your back knee, trying to keep the hips level. Because sometimes when we pick that back knee up, we want to kind of open out the crazy way, but we don't want to. Then, whatever leg is up, the other arm is going to stretch out. We're just looking right down at the chair. We can have our leg out straight, or we can bend our knee. And we squeeze in our core, making sure that's working. And then we'll just bring our hand down, and then our foot down. And let's just switch. Other leg comes back. Check our hips, are they level? And then we can lift our arms straight out. Leg out, knee could be bent here. Leg could be straight. And this is bird dog, like a dog that's pointing. Funny pose, right? Then we'll bring our hand on down, bring our foot on down, and we'll just come on up. Let's take a breath. So our peak pose today is half moon. So for half moon is this, arm up. Okay, so getting ready to do that, we're just gonna stand here with both feet down and just lift up one arm. Nice. Just getting ready, just opening a little bit, and then If you want to switch chairs, sides you can, or you can just lift up the other arm. And just paying attention to how your arms and shoulders feel. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good. And then just come on down. Good. Now, we're going to keep using our chair like it was the floor or something like that. So just when you've had enough of that, just stand up and shake out your shoulders. You don't have to be down there forever long. You know how you feel. So, the first thing we'll do is we'll just bend down and touch our chair again. And we'll keep one leg close to the chair and we'll step the other one back. So that our close to the chair knee is bent. And both toes are pointing toward the chair. Then we're just going to kind of straighten our leg. And when we do that, our head might hang down. If high blood pressure is a thing, don't let your head hang down super far. If you're fine with that, you can come on down even to your forearms and let your head hang on down. And then we'll just come forward, bend the knee again. This is a vinyasa or a little flow, so we're bending the knee, and then we're straightening the knee, letting our head come down. And then we're bending the knee, just on our own breath, straightening down. Bending and straightening, and this is the last one. So we'll just look forward, step our foot up. Let's remember which knee was bent, because we're going to take a little break. Okay, so it was my left, just so we know. Okay, then let's come into tree pose as a nice little change. So tree pose, we can have one hand on our chair. We can open up our foot, and our pose could be right here like a little kickstand. Hand could be on the chair, or it could be here. Or we could bring our foot up into our shin, or even way up on our thigh, just not on our knee. And then maybe we can balance. Maybe we keep one hand on the chair. Maybe our tree grows with one arm or two. Maybe it comes out into a cactus. Standing up really tall. Staring at something on the floor that's not moving. And then we'll just slowly let our foot come down. And then if you feel like switching sides, you can. If you don't, fine too. So we'll just breathe, take a good breath. Our chair could be like a little kickstand, up on our shin or clear up on our thigh. Hand could be on the chair, but it doesn't have to be. Hands could come to the heart. Maybe our tree grows, and it can be different than on the other side. We could even do our wrists as we come down. Our branches could go behind us. And then it could be a windy day. That's right, Mike. Taking our time. We'll just come on down. Good. Now, do you remember which leg was closer to the chair? If you do, good. If you don't, oh well. It's fine. It's all fine. So, we're going to come back down to the chair. Keep one leg closer, the other leg, and step the other leg back. And then we'll just bend that front knee and look forward. Straighten the front knee and drift our head down. Not letting our head go too low if we have high blood pressure or if that makes us feel dizzy. Then bending the knee forward, looking forward, straightening down. When you straighten down, you could even come down to your forearms if that feels okay. This should feel good on your sore legs. You guys have been working your legs, I hear. Head down. Just back and forth on your own breath. Couple more times. And the next time you're looking forward, just step forward and just slowly, carefully come on up. Okay, so now we're going to do the whole warrior series. We're going to do warrior 1, 2, and 3. So first, you may want to stay standing or you may want to sit down. But here's how this would look in a chair. I'm just going to do that for a little example, and then I'll do it standing up. So warrior 1 in a chair would be hips facing forward the same way you're looking. Warrior 2 will be hips kind of facing and looking the other way. And then warrior 3 in a chair might be putting hand down and lifting up a leg. Or it might just be looking this way too. So if you're standing, it will look like this. Bent knee, let's switch out, use the other knee that we had before. Maybe we're behind our chairs. And maybe we lift our arms. Maybe we keep our hands on our chairs. So, in warrior 1, your hips are facing the same way as your front toe. Your back foot's about 45 degrees turned out. Front knee's bent, back leg is straight. It just feels weird and awkward to have your hips face this way, but eventually it will probably feel okay. So this is warrior 1, or this, or this. Then, warrior 2, we just leave our feet the same, our legs the same. We might pivot our back foot a tiny bit, and then we just stretch our arms out to the side. And that's how it looks in a chair. That's right. So stretching arms, always an option to not do the arms, to have hands on the hips. If this just doesn't feel great. Now, warrior 3. So we'll all probably hold our chair. We'll take a little step away from it. We'll just pick up our back leg. Trying to keep our hips level. Maybe we can do it without holding on. Hands could be at heart, hands could be out. Maybe it's best for us to hold the chair. And that's warrior 3. Okay, let's do the other side. So come on up. You can sit or stand doing these again. So this time, we'll just switch our legs. Good, that's a good idea. Take a big old step so that your back foot is about 45 degrees, looking forward. Maybe arms up, maybe hands on the hips. Warrior 1, and then warrior 2, I'm gonna hop around. Warrior 2, we just open up, looking fiercely over our front fingers, but then we soften our face, maybe give a little smile. And then warrior 3, we could come behind our chair or turn our chair around, and we'll just pick up our back foot. We can hold the chair, we can balance, we can have hands on hips. We're trying to keep our hips level. And then we'll just step that down whenever you're ready. And this is a super fun pose. You can do it sitting or standing. It's called Weeping Willow. And so these are our branches, and they're just going around our body. We keep our knees soft so that we're not hurting our knees. And maybe we're looking over our shoulders. Some people like it when their hands really smack them. Ronis, are you feeling okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, don't overdo it. Okay. Good. Good girl. Some people like their arms to really, but some people don't. So, all good. Whatever you like. Okay. Then, so the warrior poses that we just did, I'm just going to show dancing warrior seated first. So we're in warrior 2. We come to side angle, And then we come up with our other arm. So, you know what, let's all do this in the chair. It's a nice stretch, and if you really don't want to, you can certainly do it standing up. I don't mean to say you can't. Okay, so we're here in Warrior Two. We bring our elbow down to our bent knee, and not letting our head get too low. Our arm can come up and over. This is side angle. And then we come on up to Peaceful Warrior. And this is the Dancing Warrior series. So we come down and we go up. And this is the dancing part. So fun, right? Down and then up. Okay, let's switch sides, and then we'll do a standing version if you want to, or you can stay in a chair and do it again. So we'll just switch and put our other knee out, our other leg straight, coming to Warrior Two, and then elbow down to your front bent knee, arm straight up and over, and then hand down, arm up. And just do this on your own. You don't have to match me. Forward, breathing, coming up. If this is too much, look it up and down. Just take a little rest. And we'll do one more, and then we'll do the standing version. Or we'll stay in our chair, whatever we feel like doing today. If you want to stand, come on up, and we'll just use our, we can use our knee, or we can put our hand on our chair. So we'll be in Warrior Two, and we can do extended side angle like this, or we can do it like this. And then we can stand up and over, and side angle, up and over, one more time. Okay, good. Let's switch sides. Have you guys noticed that it's a full moon? So Warrior Two, and then side angle, elbow on the knee, and then up and over, side angle, over. One more time. Okay. So it's a full moon, right? So let's do a moon salutation. So I figured out how we can kind of flow it, use the chair, and or we can do the whole thing in the chair. So the first thing is a crescent, so tiny little baby moon, right? So we can do that either standing or sitting. So if we're sitting, so let's sit. Okay, so we just bring our arms straight up over our heads. We can interlace our fingers and point our pointers. And then we're just gonna all tip this way to the left. And we're a crescent moon. Okay, then we'll come up, we'll bring our hands down to our hearts. We'll step our feet out wide. This is goddess pose. If we want to, we can do a little mudra. Do your head if you want.
1, 2, 3, kumbaya.
I know, right? It's so great. Then we'll push our toes forward, let our arms come straight out. Star pose. Then we'll go into triangle. So how are we going to do that in a chair? We'll just turn, we'll just bring our leg out straight, and we'll just tip our hand down softly on our leg. This arm could be straight up, or it might feel better here on our lower back, and we just look over our shoulder. Just notice what feels good to you. And then, this is where half moon comes in. Let's see. We're in our chair. We're just going to lean over, lift our arm up, not so far that we can't pick up our foot. If we want to pick up our foot. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then we'll come on up, And now we're just gonna, everybody look this way, and we're just gonna kind of lean over this leg. It's like pyramid like we did on the chair, but we're just doing it leaning. Okay, now, surfer. So this is weird, we've never done it before. So keep this, your left knee bent, stretch out the right, and maybe pick up the right toes. And then, hands here. Maybe we can lean forward. So we're like a surfer on the surfboard, kind of, right? Yeah. Do this if you want to. Okay. Then, coming forward, this is the middle of our salutation. So it goes in a circle, you'll see. This is the middle. We'll bring our feet together, and we're doing just a little kind of a yogi squat. So we'll just kind of lean forward and put our hands like this. If you were standing up, you could, do this. All good. Now, we're going around the circle the other way. So with your right leg, your right knee stays bent, left leg comes out, and we'll surf this way. So we'll lean forward, and we can even stretch our arms out if we want to. Good. Then we'll just bring this foot back to the ground. Lean over this leg like we're doing pyramid. And then triangle, we'll just put our hand maybe below our knee, maybe anywhere. Let our arm come up. Look up. It might feel better to have our hand on our lower back and open our shoulder. Then our arms will come back out. We'll be a star, pointing our toes forward. Star. Then we'll bring our heels in, back to goddess. This time we'll put our hands on our knees. We'll look over our shoulders. One more time each way, maybe, if it feels good. And then back to crescent. But this time, we're all leaning to the left. To the right. To the right. Yeah, so we're a circle. We did the other way the first time, right? Okay. Okay. And then we'll all come up. Hands will come to our heart. We'll take a breath. So that was a moon salutation. It's just fun to do that when it's a full moon. I don't think it means anything, but I just like it. I just like it. It's fun. Okay, now we'll do half moon standing if it feels okay. If it doesn't, oh gosh, we skipped it on this side. Well, whatever. Okay, because it's, if it doesn't feel, if you want to stay seated, just find a version where your arms are spread. You don't really need to be leaning or anything. So if you feel okay standing, we can put our hand on the chair. We can pick up our foot. Maybe we can have our hand on our hip. And then maybe we stretch this arm up. And maybe that just doesn't feel good today. We don't have to do it all. We can stop anywhere we want. If we want to stop here, if we want to stop just picking up our foot a small bit, that's good too. Half moon. Beautiful, very nice. And way to pay attention to how you feel. And then let's come on around the other side. I promise I'll give you a drink after this. You know I always forget. Just take one whenever you want. Okay, hand down. Maybe pick up the leg. Maybe flex the foot, open the hip. Possibly the arm comes up. Half moon. It's really normal for it to feel completely different on either side, right? Nice, Granny. Okay, then we'll just come on down and let's take a drink. I have one more standing thing if you want to do it. If not, it can be done seated. It's dolphin, and we just lean our elbows down. And then we're just gonna kind of slide back and forth. If we want to do that, making sure our core is engaged. Or we can stand up again, put our forearms on the chair, and we can just come back and forth this way. So just choose your dolphin. And maybe you would like to just have a little rest. That's good too. And you can freeze your dolphin. It doesn't have to swim. It can stay still. Or you can just enjoy sliding back and forward. Okay. Now, we're coming back to our chair. And when we get there, we'll bring our legs out really wide, really wide. And then our arms are just going to kind of up and over. I'll just bring this hand down, let this arm come up and over. Bring this hand down, up and over. Be careful not leaning too far out of our chair or anything. Maybe we look up under our arm that's up. Maybe that feels okay. And then we'll just take a breath. Oh my gosh. That clock is different than my watch. Okay. We'll take a breath and let's come into seated pigeon. Stretch out our legs and our hips before we find Shavasana. So just pick up, it does not matter which leg, pick one up and set your foot on your knee, unless that's something your body should not do. And if it is, then just sit up tall and breathe. Maybe push this knee away. And if it feels okay, we can lean forward. Then I really feel a nice stretch in my hip when I do this. This is also good for that back thing. And then come on up. Take a breath. And we'll switch. And it feels good to me to push my knee away first before I settle in, but maybe that's just me. Sitting up tall and possibly hinging forward. Don't have to.
Sometimes artificial joints complain.
Yeah, good to know. So, yeah, if it's hurting, do not. If it's really sore, just back off a little bit. See if that's okay, but maybe it's just not okay. Maybe you just need to listen to your body and not do
Your
it.
whole body just complains.
Yeah, true. True that. Yeah. Yeah, and if this might be, no, it's nothing to do with the hip. I was thinking that might be another alternative. I'll think about that. So, okay, now let's sit back in our chair. Let's bring our hands to our thighs. We can be palms up, palms down, doesn't matter. We can close our eyes. We'll just take a few breaths. And then we'll just let go of our breath. We won't try to breathe long and slow anymore. We'll just let the body breathe itself. And while we're here in Shavasana, this is where our body's soaking up the things that we did. And we're remembering the crazy patterns like the moon salutation, things like that. If you feel the need to wiggle anything, maybe your shoulders or anything, or your neck, anything else, now's the time. And then we'll just find a little place of stillness. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. Peace, I am Om, sky above, earth below, peace within. Om, sky above, earth below, peace within. Om. Feeling the peace, you might begin to deepen your breath, possibly wiggling the fingers and toes. Head might want to go from one side to the other. If you like, you could bring your hands to your heart. Let's take a few breaths of gratitude. First of all, for our amazing, wonderful bodies and for the things that they do for us. They heal themselves, they see, they walk, they breathe, our hearts pump blood. And then let's just think of any other things that we might be grateful for right at this moment. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Taking your time, staying where you are a little longer if you want to.